Hey there, guys. What is going on? Slappy here. Just playing some more vanilla Minecraft in our beautiful vanilla world. And I'm pretty excited for today. Today, there's going to be something that I've never actually done in vanilla Minecraft. And that is make some sort of redstone-powered potion brewing system. I've never really done too much with potions. Frankly, I never really saw a huge point, and so now is going to be a little bit of experimentation. So, yeah, I don't know much more to say than that, but I'm pretty excited to get going here, and I've been looking for a place to put it. I'm thinking we might tuck it back here, sort of up to close to this wall. I don't think it's going to be too big. I think we can squeeze it sort of back here. We might have to move this path a little bit, but I think we can sort of squeeze it down here. Let's, can I just get like a little bit more room? Yeah, well, I still have to design it, so maybe we can sort of work around these dimensions, you know what I mean? Anywho, I'm just gonna get going and, well, see what we come up with. I don't really know. Oh, does it tell me the potions in here? No. Oh, now it's only showing craftable? Okay. Anyway, so I'm just gonna get going. I need to get a blaze rod. I don't think I've actually made a potion stand yet. And we're just gonna rock and roll and see what happens. Look at how majestic that creeper looks. Oh my goodness. We're gonna have to put a statue there or something, because look how amazing that guy looks. I mean, he's just, you know, on top of the hill, sun coming up. Just, wow. Congratulations, sir. You look fantastic. Anyway, what I was thinking is we're probably... The only thing I'm a little worried about is we're going to be a little bit cramped when it comes to redstone, because there's a few aspects that I don't know if I can shorten the wire too much. Well, I just don't think I have the ability to. So I'm thinking if I dig it down and then we can make sort of a smaller top floor that's a bit more of a storefront where we can store the potions. I think that might be sort of a play here. We should... We'll sort of leave it at that. But yeah, so I'm thinking I'm going to dig down a few blocks and put most of the sort of actual brewing stuff below. And then on the top, we'll have some sort of like storage slash almost like a storefront, or maybe like a brew pub, like a pub type vibe to actually, you know, we'll put any potions we make in storage up there. You know, we can have a little bit of a stockpile. The other thing is gotta have a little bit of storage for the actual, yeah, I think that could be cool, like a little inn slash little bar back here. We can make it kind of dodgy looking, sort of back in the corner, and then have quite a, you know, place underneath it. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to dig it out a bit. Apparently we got quite a few layers of sand. I'm going to dig it out a bit. It doesn't have to be huge. I don't want it to be super automatic. I do at some point want to make one that sort of auto brews potions as you take them out, but that's not going to be what this one is. That's actually quite complicated, as I learned. This one's going to be sort of, you press a button, more of a vibe. So anyway, you will be... So what do we need? We need a bunch of glass. There's going to be a few different things we need to actually store down here as well. So it's going to be actually a little bit larger of a project than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. Alright, so this is sort of the general setup I was thinking. We're going to have droppers on either side. Each is going to have a potion material, and we can manually press the buttons. We'll put probably item frames across this here, and then a button below. So basically you can manually make them, or what I was thinking is on this wall or whatever, we'll have sort of potion-specific buttons that we can press that will sort of activate them in a sequence. The redstone really should be quite basic. And then we're going to put water streams on top, which will flow into this middle point. The only thing is making sure they activate so that, you know, they go in order. Excuse me, I have hiccups again. Also, the shovel is fortune, and I get so much flint, and I'm like, why is that the fortune thing? Like, if I was making fortune, I'd make it so that you don't get flint, you know? You get the opposite of flint. Gravel. I'd prefer to get gravel. Anyway, so yeah, that's sort of the plan with this, is this. And I think it's going to work pretty well. I might want to lower it one more down, actually. So, yeah, basically, it's going to be nether wart in one of these first hoppers. You always want that to be the first thing in. So if that's the first thing to go and it's closest, that'll be perfect. So anyway, now it's just a matter of deciding how many dispenser or droppers I need and then where they're going to go. Yeah. So I think I might, I'm going to build this one lower, but I think I might sort of get set. I want to find somewhere that actually, because I'm not really sure how the potions are made. So I think I might need to find that first of all. So this is what it's going to end up sort of looking like. Obviously different floor and, you know, well, I don't know if the walls will be, yeah, they'll be a little bit different, but yeah, essentially I've got room for 12 ingredients, and looking through sort of all the things that we could have, this isn't going to be all the potions, but there's a lot of potions that I don't see why I'd ever need to brew, you know, like potions of harming or that sort of stuff. It's not, I mean, you know, I don't, eventually we'll build a bigger one somewhere else. We can include those then. This is more for practical potions, you know, the night vision, fire resistance, maybe strength. But yeah, it's a full dropper of each, plus we've got room if we want to put, so like this we can dig up, so we can put chests, we can put, you know, if we wanted to really expand it. But yeah, it's kind of cool. I think there's a few things I want to include in this room. So what I was thinking is, well, let's just maybe do these. So we're going to have sort of 2 on this side and then 2 on this side somewhere. And basically, I want these to be, you push this button, it brews a set of fire resistance. Push this button, night vision. I still haven't figured out. I know those 2 are 2 I want. I don't know what the other ones I want yet are. But essentially, some sort of system like that is going to be over here. So that's what's going to be on these sides. On this side over here, what I want to do is have, what do you call it? The some nether wart growing, because nether wart's going to be pretty important, and we don't really have a farm for it or anything. So I think I want some nether wart growing on this side, just so we have that sort of going. And other than that, this is pretty easy. It's mostly just getting the redstone left. We'll put buttons across here and then filling up these. I'm still not entirely sure what I need. Redstone, sugar, speed potions would be really helpful. Glowstone. Yeah, there's a few things, but yeah, it's time to lay those out. The interesting part, I think, will end up being the redstone back here. Also, you need to lock the hopper below the... this brewing stand will just sort of, how do you say, take the items out. So you need to kind of lock this hopper. So it's locked right now. So there's going to be some interesting redstone behind it, but I think what I want to do is actually figure out what potions I want in here first. The other thing is they all go into this chest, which eventually we could, you know, either go down below and do a sorting system down there, or maybe a dropper elevator up into the store. I don't know. We'll figure that out another time. For now, I kind of want to get it working. So now it's time to really look at what potions I want in here. All right, I've done some research on the potions, and there's sort of 5 that I think are useful. I don't, so basically, I'm reading off a list. Night vision, fire resistance, swiftness, water breathing probably could be useful, but I can just make that one. I can't see that being super common. Regen and strength. So night vision's golden carrot, fire is magma cream, speed is sugar, regen is gas tier, health is glistening melon. A lot of gold needed for a lot of these. And then strength is blaze powder. They also always need bottles and always need blaze powder, so I switched the inner 2 to blaze powder and water bottles. So we can just fill the water bottles from here, and the blaze powder, I forgot that you need it up here. I believe this will load it into that spot. Yes, it did. We just kind of missed it. So that'll be blaze powder. I need to go kill some blazes, actually. But yeah, so this is sort of the setup, which I think is going to work pretty well. So gunpowder will make it like a throwable thing, but I'm not entirely sure I actually want that there. We need glowstone here, and then I've sort of been putting the ingredients on this side and sort of the modifiers on this side, which is maybe not the best idea. So what else do we need on this side? Glowstone and yeah. But either way, I kind of want, so the buttons on the side, I've been thinking about the redstone. Basically, they need to hit one thing on this side, and then they always need to hit the nether wart first. That should be relatively easy to achieve. They always need to hit the nether wart first, and then whatever else is on this side last. But those lines can kind of intersect. So the biggest thing will be that they just need to hit one of these. But they can almost all be on the same line except this area over here, which, so I'm thinking the buttons, there'll probably be a line that goes underneath here that will always hit the nether wart and then the redstone a few seconds later. So the only lines that really can't intersect are the ones going to this, which should make this whole thing easier. I hope that explanation made sense. But either way, I think what I want to do is sort of get some of the materials, because like glistening melon, I guess I can get that pretty easily. Sugar we have, magma cream we have a few, golden carrots I just made. I need to go get some blaze powder and gas tier, I don't know. Also the puffer fish, I've been thinking about putting an AFK fish farm somewhere in here. So I'll probably wait until I have that to put puffer fish if I have room for it. But yeah, that's sort of the setup. It's coming along pretty well actually. And then the shell on top should actually be fairly easy. I'm thinking about making it like a glass floor so you can kind of look down. Might be kind of a cool vibe, but I don't know. We'll see. But like a bar back here, some sort of bar pub on top. Yeah, and then I think eventually I'll make it a dispenser so that all the stuff we brew kind of comes up here. Could be kind of a cool thing. We don't have a ton of room unless I want to like move the wall, which I kind of don't. But yeah, so I'm going to go and get some blaze. I need a bunch of blaze powder, so that might be the first thing I go for. Alright, I've got kind of a weird system hooked up down here. So I thought what might be an easy way is just a sticky piston with a redstone block. So you push it, it will sort of bleep and push on this wire. Now the only thing is, I didn't test this to see, I'm hoping that that pulse is quick enough that it only sends one item from each dropper. But essentially I've got two wired up. This one goes to, I've sort of been using the colored, they call it terracotta now. This red goes to sugar. No, the red goes to, I think magma cream is above us. Wait, I labeled this. Yeah, magma cream, and then the other one goes to blaze powder. So in theory, fire resistance and strength, both lines connect up, and the least delay is on the nether wart, the most delay is on the redstone, and then there's a little bit of delay on each of these. And I'm hoping that this works. There's only one way to find out, and yeah, so in theory, this should be, I should be just, I'm using signs a lot just to essentially mark where everything's going to be, but, so let's just make a few more signs. Bloop, so this should be fire resistance. Let's find out. Yes. The blaze powder got in there. Some I'm assuming the redstone thick potion. I'm assuming the redstone was already in there, that's why it... So it looked like it worked, but for some reason it hit this as well. Or... For some reason it hit this wire as well. This block here... Where would it have powered that block? As it went back around this way. Ah, I see. So we need a repeater like that. Okay, now it should work. Now it should work. The other thing is we have to set a delay clock back here to turn off this so that the potions actually go into the chest, because right now it's locked. But anyway, that does work. I think it worked. It fired one of everything, which I think was going to be the big issue. We have fire resistance. And I'm out of... Okay, so let's try that one more time, okay? Yes. Nether wart, magma cream, redstone last. That looks pretty good. Yep, okay. Let's see. Let's wait a little second longer. The downside of this is you can't queue up things. You can't queue up things because they use the same material. So I can't press, you know, I need fire resistance and then, you know, immediately press the other one because it will, you know, crush it. Eventually, I'm going to probably use, like, named things and signs over here in item frames because I think that looks a little better. Ooh, okay. Yep, magma cream second, and then redstone last. Yes. Ooh, baby. Okay, that works beautifully. So now we need to set up the other side, which should be relatively simple. I think I'm going to do speed and night vision on the other side. But that's actually a really easy little system. And then the only other thing is the clock to empty this. Yeah, which I think we'll use a hopper clock. Because that would be a lot of repeaters to get this. So I think we'll use it so that each of these lines, so I'll just explain it real fast. So each of these lines, sort of how when you press it, we'll like put one here so that anything you press goes. What we'll do is we'll run it to a hopper clock, which will be a set amount of time, and essentially at the end of it, it will turn off this torch here so that the potions empty into the chest. Yes. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is set up this side though next, and we'll just make sure we have that wire going that way. This side might be a little tighter. I think I'm going to wrap it around the back would be easiest. Okay, let's figure out where those are going to be and go from there. Oh, this is a mess of wires down here now. But I decided we could probably run the clock right out the back of the nether wart one. But I think everything's wired up. I haven't tested them, but they should be fine. The yellow is the speed, I believe. Yellow is speed, which is the closer one. The closer one. Yes, this in theory is speed. This in theory is night vision. So let's just test them real quick together. Whew, your inventory just ends up being so full. Nether wart, sugar, redstone. Beautiful. Ran out of water bottles, I guess. Sugar, redstone. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm going to put a roof on this. You guys can see they're kind of like throwing them out. So we're going to put a roof on this for sure. But I'm still kind of leaving it open just, you know, in case I need to change things. Either way, this looks good. This works. So that's great. That's great. I'm cooking up a bunch of glass and like all this stuff. I brought over a ton of sand and so we'll just rack up that. I'll probably put some sort of water storage somewhere in here, maybe upstairs. It doesn't really matter. The point is, it's going well. And yeah. So, the only thing left is the clock. So we need some hoppers. I'm not sure what the exact time would be for this, but I mean, these can get pretty exact with timing. I don't have any chests iron. Anyway, I'm gonna put in a clock and we'll see how the timings work. But everything's working well. Actually, we should brew. We should try two of the. I don't have any room for anything. We should try two of the. We should try the night vision, is what I'm trying to say. I'll try that in a second. I am having a day with this. This is sort of my redstone-esque world. I'm having a real day. So we have a pulse going into this, and I know how to set up a clock, so it's sort of, it's a one-way thing. So I can get the clock going, but then I'm trying to figure out We need this to stay on and then basically pulse once. So if I turn on the clock, wait a minute, I may have just solved my own issue. I just need a block. Just give me a block here. So I just need a pulse, right? Right. So, well, I need a little bit more than a pulse, but we can do that with repeaters, I think. So there's going to be 3 items that have to go from, like, here. So let's just go 1, 2, 3. There's going to be 3 items. So if I put it on this side of it, why did that update? Yeah, so when I send a pulse, when it goes back, it will send 1. So we can control how long this is with this many blocks. Yeah? This might be our answer. So let's put 3 items in here. Let's put 3 items in here, but the only problem is it seems to... Yeah, it's... Well, no, did that put any items through? No. So only when it goes back will it. Oh, but that only sent 1 item through. So we need this to be a little longer. So we want it to be essentially exactly 3 items and no more. So let's... we want it to be exactly 3 items or else it'll start pulling out water bottles. So this is when the potions are brewing. That's how we'll control how long the potions... That was still... This is lengthening it, but not making it longer here. How would I do that? Perhaps like here. Okay, let's 3 items. Bloop. Okay. Potions are brewing, and then when it resets is when the pulse will come through. No, it seems to still... Is it this that needs to be? Okay, 1 second here. Let me just try this one last time. I'm trying to figure out where exactly the pulse needs to be kind of long. Was that all 3? No, that was still 1. Huh. Maybe it's because... Alright, I think I have it. So we got the pulse, and I just did this terrible circuit where it just hits the clock 3 times because I could not figure it out. So now it just hits the torch 3 times, which actually might be a little bit more precise than, like, well, probably not. It's just me being lazy. But yeah, we've got essentially what it needs to be. I'm going to probably condense it down for the real world, but yeah, kind of okay. So now let's build in the real one, and we'll have a pretty good working potion thing. So that's kind of cool. It is the moment of truth. Let's try making a fire resistance potion. Uh-oh. Okay. That was a lot of stuff that fired out. That's not good. It is not good. Mm-hmm. I mostly want to see... Uh-oh. I didn't actually set the clock to anything. Yeah, I think this has to be... probably something like that. Probably something like that. So now this will finish, and at some point those should flip out. That's not good, though. Well, we almost had a system that worked well. still just waiting to see if those leave. Okay, one left. Okay, I thought that might happen. I don't think I have like long enough delay to hit this multiple times. So in theory, it was gonna go sort of 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, but I didn't think that was really going to work. So, yeah, we're gonna have to sort of redo some of that. I am curious though, why that hit sort of all of them. See, I was a little bit concerned. I thought if I powered this block, I was worried it would hit all 3 hoppers. So if I hit night vision, does it hit all 3 of those? Okay, no, that worked fine. Okay, so what the heck? Unless, I must have gotten a wire crossed. I think I know where it happened, actually. Okay, so this is fire resistance. This goes that way, and then, yeah. So this line here is actually hitting all those other ones. So we need to put a... We need some more repeaters down here. Okay, well, there's a bit of stuff to figure out, as well as the clock. But I'm sort of out of time for today, but this is a good start. This is actually, it's very minimal things I think we have to fix, which is great. Very minimal things. But we have the starts of a potion system, and next time we will figure out the small things, definitely. Figure out the small things we need to fix, as well as decorate this and add the area on top. But yeah, I think it's good because it's minimal things we have to fix. It's a few repeaters here and there. So I'll do that next time. But thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the system. Also, if it's dumb. I mean, I can, you know, if I want to make strength 2, it's a matter of pushing the buttons as opposed to the other way, which is fine, I'm thinking. You know, if I want, you know, strength 2, I can go bloop, bloop, bloop. You know, if I want to make it into a whatever, I can add the splash. It's actually pretty convenient for all of that sort of stuff. So let me know what you think of the potion system. If I'm doing anything really dumb. I know my redstone wiring is horrendous, but it's just who I am. I wanted to keep it sort of like this. It would have been really easy if I put spaces between them. But anyway, let me know what you think. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more Minecraft and Creativerse and all that jazz. And I will catch you guys next time. Ciao!